First rates Monday morning, and we start with a print of green, but it's almost like a flat start with no particular bias, which frankly is great news given last week's price action. The breadth is positive. Now the first rates are just kicking in. You want to start with Bajaj Finance. Why? They've pulled another rabbit out of the hat, this time by saying that we will raise capital, and if Bajaj Capital is looking at raising capital, well, they're very mindful of return ratios and they would be cognizant of not sitting on capital, raise capital, which will damage their return ratios, which means they're looking at increasing the lending. 7,500 for Bajaj Finance, the stock is doing mighty well for itself. Now, the mid-tier names. JP Power, IFCI, you've got GMR Power, IOB, Union Bank, Central Bank of India. Well, all of them have something in common. Well, all of them are positive. You've got RVNL, you've got IRCON, you've got RNRLN. All of them are trading with a positive bias. What is moving up in terms of an absolute move? Nothing big in terms of an absolute move. Let me see if I can just see that absolute move chart. No, it's not coming up right now, but nothing in terms of an absolute move. Where you want to be a bit wary is that the tiny toons have started again, jumping very, very high. So you've got JP, Unitech. Really, the small chotu ones are the ones where the price action is picked up.
Yeah. Let's just revisit Bajaj Finance. Almost about 2% higher and still counting up. There's also strides. They've got a US FDA nod for one of the cardiac drugs. So look out for that as well. And hey, what is Religare up to after that open offer by the Berman family group? Let's check in on that stock. 6.5% lower. It's almost a 7% crack that you're seeing on Religare as we speak right now. On that note, I also want to check in on a couple of these companies which have made some small minute acquisitions. Renuka Sugars, for instance. A, that they've approved a fundraise of 285 crore rupees. B, they've acquired this company called Anamika Sugars for about 235 odd crore rupees, 2.25% higher for that stock as we speak. The other one, of course, is Delta Corp. Not to say the stock wasn't already beleaguered, but look at the whack that you're seeing on that stock after DG GST Intelligence has issued a notice to pay tax liability of a total of 16,822 crore rupees, which is, I think, higher than Delta's current market cap. And, needless to say, you would have seen that kind of a move on this particular stock price. REC has withdrawn as one of its nominees, Suzlon Energy. That's the stock that I'm talking about. Just bring that one up for you on your screens. And then ICICI Lombard, wherein Sanjeev Mantri has now been appointed as the MD and CEO. That's going to be the other stock which is going to be in focus. And then Karnataka Bank as well. And they've made a fundraise via preferential issue. That's the other stock that you may want to look out for. By the way, LIC also has received, I think, one of, a tax intimation. So maybe that stock as well is in focus this morning. What are PSBs up to? Canara Bank, BOB, SBI, they were the high flyers from Friday, right? Let's revisit some of those. I think that move has gotten corrected a little bit. Naresh, absolutely a flat start on the index. Any trades that are looking worthy to execute?
So being a defensive here, GAIL India looks interesting at 120.21 with a stop loss at 117. Could be a good zone from where it does a retest is done and could be a bounce back from here.
All right, Rudra, let's get in your take as well. What is it that you're punching in as your first trade this expiry week and in today's trade?
See, for me, Bajaj Finance was looking very strong, both in terms of news as well as stock on the chart. But however, because it has moved up too much now and an entry here may not be good, I will stick to Axis Bank short call. This has been one stock which was ready for a correction, and I won't be surprised to see 990 levels to come on Axis Bank. Having seen fall in HDFC as well as ICICI, now it is the turn of Axis Bank to make that move towards 990.